What's up and welcome back, Wargamers. This is Battleshock Wargaming Studio. We're getting ready to play another exciting game of Warhammer Age of Sigmar. David, tell us what we're doing today.
Really excited. We're getting Kharadron Overlords on the battlefield.
Finally.
Michael painfully painted all of these. One of your toughest projects.
Yes.
Just because of how intricate everything is. And I did a very mediocre job at basing them. I'm not done though, but they're ready to go on the battlefield, so here they are. It's gonna be really fun. I got a little bit of everything, so I don't know if it's gonna be good or not, but we'll see how it goes. And I'm gonna be playing in some Stormcast Eternals.
We're bringing Krondicast.
Yep.
Krondas hasn't been on the board in a long time.
And we love him so much.
We love him.
Yeah.
And the guys in Discord were talking about him recently, and I was like, I want to take Krondas. I love Krondas.
We know a lot of you love Stormcast Eternals. There's been so many new releases lately that it's been hard to go back to some of the armies that we love, and now we can because they're not going to be dropping any battle tomes for a couple more weeks, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
So yeah, if you're new to the channel, please take time to like, share, and subscribe. Go check out our old videos. We've got like 100 videos now, all sorts of good, fun stuff. And big shout out to all of our members that help support this channel. There is a link down below. You can check out what our membership service has to offer. We are doing extra battle reports. We're trying to do as many as possible. Right now we're doing at least 2 a month, okay? So the more members we get, the more time we can put into this, so please do think about supporting the channel.
We have big goals this year to hit 10,000 subscribers and 100 members. We're well on the way to getting 100 members.
Yes.
Last I checked, we were at 78, which is amazing. Thank you guys so much for your support.
Absolutely.
And we're well over 4,000 subscribers. This morning it was 4,200, which is crazy. We love it. Keep those numbers. It helps us so much.
Yep.
Let's hit those goals.
Absolutely, and big shout out to our affiliates, Baron of Dice and Gray Matter Gaming. Baron of Dice supplies all the beautiful resin dice that we roll on this channel. And Gray Matter has supplied all of these battle mats and these objective markers to match. We love you guys. Thank you so much. There's links down below with promo codes. Please do go support those businesses. So with that being said, Michael, let's take a look at the armies.
Let's do it.
All right, here's our new Barrack Zilfin Kharadron Overlords army. Really excited to bring them out. So this subfaction allows me to get 1 extra enhancement for one of my boats, which is really fun. I also am going to be +2 to the move characteristic of all my sky vessels. I am going to be able to run 2d6 once per turn with the Kharadron Overlords unit, and then also I am going to be able to charge 3d6 once per battle. My general is an Endrin Master in dirigible suit. He has a artifact that allows him to do mortal wounds on 2s, just rolling a dice until you roll a 1, which is really fun. Then he has Cunning Fleet Master, which allows me to move a boat if it's outside of 12 after Michael's movement. We've got 3 heroes here. The Arcanaut Admiral has 2 great command abilities. One of them is to add attacks to the missile weapons of a boat. The other one allows me to run and either or shoot or charge, which is really, really good. I've got an Aether Chemist, which has Spell in a Bottle. And then I also have an Endrin Master who can heal boats, and he is going to be stubborn as a Rhinox, so he's going to count as 10 on objectives. But these guys have to be out of the boat to contest objectives. I've got some Quicksilver swords here. These do mortal wounds. I can't control this endless spell once I throw it out of the bottle, so I have to be careful how I use it. I've got a double reinforced unit of Endrin Riggers. These have a fantastic healing ability for my boats. They also have a fair amount of shooting. They can get around the board really fast, and they're pretty good in combat too with their athermatic buzzsaws. Pretty awesome. Here is going to be the Admiral's flagship. So this boat, the frigate, can take a command for free in every turn, which is going to be very helpful to fly high, disengage, or do a combat landing. I got another frigate in the list. Now these frigates are really strong because they move fast. When they move over you, they do a bombing run. And then when they charge into you, they hit you with the battering ram. So a lot of potential for mortal wound output. And then once they charge, everything that's inside gets to jump out and have strike first. Here are the dice that I'm going to be taking today. These are absolutely fantastic. That little dwarf head is going to be a 6. And I'm going to roll 1,000 of them, Michael. All right, so there you have it. Barrack Zilfin. Let's take a look at what Michael brought today.
Taking a look at the Stormcast Eternals today, I'm going to be playing the Hammers of Sigmar subfaction, which is going to be giving the whole army a 6-up ward as long as we're within 12 of an objective, which is going to be super helpful to keep this small and mighty army alive. Taking a look at Krondas today, Krondas is my general. He's a 2-cast wizard, and he's going to be starting out with a +3 to cast. His War Scroll spell, Atavastic Tempest, is super helpful and has a bunch of different abilities that he can apply to enemies. Let's see what he can do today. We're going to be doing the Lord Relictor as my Galatian champion. He knows Translocation, and then he's going to be taking the Tusk Helm for his relic, so he can do some mortals on the charge. We have a Battle Mage of Gur hanging out. We know what this guy does. He's going to be casting Wild Form and giving a unit +2 to the charge. For endless spells, we have the Everblaze Comet. Huge range for the casting range, and then when it impacts, it does mortals to everything within 10 inches. We have a reinforced unit of concussors here. This is going to be the big hammer of our army. They have a special rule, Blast to Ashes, so when they hit with those great big hammers on 6s, they do mortals. We have 2 units of 5 Sequitors with 3 Grand Maces apiece. These are going to be our screening units and our objective grabbers. We have a reinforced unit of Judicators, all with their bows. They're going to be hanging out in the heavens, dropping down right behind the Fulminators and shooting stuff up. These are the beautiful Stormcast dice we're going to be rolling today. That hammer is a 6. That's the list. Let's take a look at the mission.
Michael, before we take a look at the battle plan, let's give a big shout out to everybody on this Wall of Heroes. This Wall of Heroes keeps growing. People keep showing up to help us support this channel. We really appreciate all of you. So today we are going to be playing Hours for the Taking. This is a fun L-shaped deploy with 3 objectives. This one's really interesting because you can be 11 inches apart if you so choose and try to just crush your opponent, which is kind of fun. We're going to be scoring in a different way. We're going to score 1 for our home objective, 1 for the center objective, and 2 for the enemy objective. And if you have a Galatian champion on the center objective and you control it, you're going to get an extra point. So interesting little bit of scoring to be had here, and we're going to be scoring on battle tactics and grand strategies. My grand strategy is going to be rule the skies. When the battle ends, I complete it if I have 1 sky vessel alive and there are no flying behemoths. So I'm going to have to kill Krondus in this one. Let's see what happens. And Michael, what's your grand strategy, dude?
I'm taking an oldie but a goodie. Take what's theirs.
All right, take what's mine. Sounds good. Let's go ahead and see who has initiative. Well, here we are for the top of battle round 1, Michael.
Here we are.
Michael was less drops than me, so he had initiative.
Right. So this is the part in the game where you comment down below. Now, spoilers, don't read the other comments. Just comment down below who you want. Don't read any other comments yet. And then comment who you think is going to win this game. Who are you rooting for? Is it the new KO with their beautiful boats? Or is it the goodie yet oldie Krondacast and the Stormcast? So David, let's get right into it. What is your battle tactic?
My battle tactic is going to be desecrate their lands, good sir.
Sure.
And this is partially in your territory because we have this weird L-shaped deploy over here.
It surely is.
So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play cagey because I have a feeling, I don't know this from experience at all, but I have a feeling that if I try to alpha strike Michael, that could be a bad idea. So we're just going to play it safe for a turn or 2 and try to score some points. That's what we're going to do. So, that's what I'm going to do there. I'm going to try to get a command point with my Admiral. He does.
And how many command points do you have? Because I've heard rumor that they can get a lot of command points.
Well, Michael, I took Barrack Zilfin so I could make my frigate's battle line. There's another sub-faction where you roll a dice for every hero in your army, and on a 4-up you get one, and the Code Right gets to roll a couple dice and get ones as well.
Okay.
I don't have any of those things in my list today. I do have an Arcanaut Admiral who has a flagship. So this ship right here in the center is the flagship. He can issue a command for free to that ship every turn. And that's the only extra command point generation I get. So he's going to have 1 that he can just use on anybody, 1 he can use on the flagship, and then since it's the start of the turn, I'm going to have 2. Okay. So I've got 4 effectively.
And could you remind us, because we went over deployment, but it's always just still shots, what's In the boat, what's not in the boat?
So the Endrin Riggers and my general are on the outside of the flagship.
Sure.
And then my heroes are inside the flagship, all my foot heroes.
All
so
three
I've got
heroes are in there.
3 foot heroes in the flagship, and then the Endrin Riggers and the Endrin Master are behind that. So the Endrin Riggers and the Endrin Master do a lot of healing. If they are in the boat and they get pinned, then they can't heal. So
sure.
I'm trying to kind of keep them close but far away at the same time is what I'm going for there. So that's where all the units are. You can really only see the 3 big boats and the Endrin Riggers hiding behind with my general, but that's where we're at. And then as far as hero phase goes, I have no other hero phase stuff. My hero phase is basically the shooting phase where I do a lot of work. So that's going to be it.
Let me do my heroic action real quick, and then we'll get into movement. Command point. Nope.
Okay, cool. So we're just going to move real quick, and then we'll be right back to show you what I did.
David, you finished your movement phase. Walk us through what you got going on.
I moved forward just a little bit so I can get within range with my 24-inch shots. Not very many shots, but we're just going to try to do a little bit of damage, stay safe, get a couple points, complete a battle tactic. So that's what I'm going to do. And that's it. So we can go ahead and set up for shooting. I'm going to set up on this frigate number 1 first. All right, so this frigate right here is going to shoot into the Sequitors. I've got 2 attacks, 4s, 2s, -2, and they'll be D3 + 2.
Go for it.
Okay. 1 hit. 1 wound.
Run 2.
Yes, sir.
Hoop. Failed it.
Okay, that's D3 + 2. So 3 damage.
I think this guy's too far out. No, he's good. All right, so 1 guy goes down.
Okay, we got a guy. Let's look at the other frigate. Okay, you can see my gun line on the left, and then you can see him in the distance here. I'm going to shoot into the same unit. This is the flagship. I'm going to issue a command for all-out attack. And he's just got the same weapon profile going into the same unit. This is going to be 3s and 2s.
3s and 2s.
1 at -2.
Failed it.
Okay. That's 3 damage again.
Hoop.
I'm rolling some pretty solid D3 damage, you guys. Okay, the Ironclad is going to shoot into the Sequitors as well. We've got 4 attacks from the Aether Shock torpedoes. This is 4s and 3s. Make 1 save at -1.
Failed it.
That is D3 for 1.
Failed it.
Okay, and then we've got the Great Sky Cannon shell. It's still 4s and 2s, but his is a bigger gun, so it's D3 + 3 damage.
Ooh.
1 hit. 1 wound.
Failed it.
D3 + 3. That's 6 damage.
Ooh. Hup. Failed them all.
Okay, and now you're going to do something.
Call for aid.
Call for aid. And he's just going to bring that unit right back. That's a once per battle holy command, so I guess I achieved something by making him use it now. All right, Michael, let's go heads up and score me up. Michael, we're back from my turn. I was all set up to score 4 points.
Right.
However, your call for aid allowed you to put 5 models on the objective, and my Ironclad does count as 5. So I thought I held it, but I hadn't gained control of it yet.
Right.
So right now it's contested because it's 5 models to 5 models. So yeah.
That rarely happens.
That rarely happens. That's where we're at. So I'm going to take 3 points for my first turn, and then we're going to get into Michael's turn. What are you going to do for your battle tactic?
Battle tactic, we're just going to desecrate their lands. I'm just going to mirror you and do the same thing right here.
Okay, sounds good.
I considered eye for an eye, but pass.
Yeah, it could be hard. It could be hard. Okay, what are you going to do for heroic action?
Heroic action, so we're going to go up to 3 command points, because I just spent 1. Let's get another with Grandis. No.
I'll try to get 1. No. Casting time?
Everblaze Comment.
Okay.
It's currently sitting on a +4 to cast.
Okay. Bring it down. Oh, it comes down.
36-inch range. All right, so when it comes down, it's going to do mortals to everything within 10. I think everything's within 10, right? I didn't quite measure the back.
So let's start with the boats.
All right, so
Frigate.
frigate on the left. D3 mortals for 2 mortals. Frigate in the center. D3 mortals for 3 mortals. And there's 3 heroes inside of that?
Yep.
Okay, so let's start with the...
And let's do the Admiral first.
Admiral. Takes D3 for 3.
Okay.
The Aether Chemist. D3 mortals for 2.
Okay.
And then, what's the other dude's name?
Indrin Master.
The Master of the Endrins.
D3.
For 1.
Okay. I'm going to grab those heroes and put them in front of their wound markers right here, and then we'll actually let's do the Endrin Riggers in the back.
Endrin Riggers in the back.
D6.
Oh, D6 means 1.
It always means 1.
How about your general who's hanging out with the Endrin Riggers?
Yep. Let's do the General next. D3.
For 1.
Cool.
And then finally the Ironclad. D3 again for 2.
Okay. Okay, Michael did 1,000 mortal wounds. Let's move on. What's next?
Let's cast Atavastic Tempest. We're at a +4 to cast.
Okay. Goes off. Okay. What are you going to do?
Let's do an effect. What effect do we want? Flash Freezing Blizzard and make it -1 to save.
Okay, sounds good.
Because I'm going to try and shoot it with a bunch of bows. Let's do Wild Form from the Battle Mage onto the Concussors.
They get.
Okay, and now let's translocate with the Relictor onto the Concussors.
Okay. They're going. He's going to move them around. That'll give me time to read my rule.
Translocation is complete. We've dropped the Concussors standing right there. Hero phase is complete.
Okay.
Let's move in and move.
See you in a minute.
So this was taught to me by Dave. This is you translocate your Concussors, and then you bring in your shooter boys behind it, and then you wrap them with screens.
And then you just shoot everything to death, which is what he's doing. Sequitur.
Yep, we have achieved our battle tactic in the back. We auto-ran so that we didn't fail our battle tactic, desecrate their lands. Sequitors didn't move because we didn't want to trigger a redeploy. My Relictor has moved in so that maybe if we double next turn, we'll have an easy cunning. And then we moved up Krondus so that, again, if we double next turn, we're in range to do all of our casting and all of our good stuff. So we're going to get right into shooting. We're going to fire pretty much everything in the Ironclad, and then
see if you can bring it down.
See if we can bring it down just with shooting.
All right.
4 Concussors, shooting their Flame Breath into the Ironclad. 2 hits. 2 mortals.
2 hits and 2 mortals. Okay, he suffered 4 wounds.
Okay. Krondus shooting into the Ironclad. 1 mortal.
Okay. I'll just stay over here and give him another wound. He suffered 5.
All of the Adjudicators into him. He's at a -1 to save. Do you want him +1?
I do.
Okay.
So I'm back to my 3 before you shoot. Okay, go ahead.
Hitting on 3s, mortals on 6s. 1, 2 mortals.
Yeah, hit.
And then let's look at 3s. Yeah, I like Atavastic Tempest. It's cool to be able to hand out -1 to save. So 2, 4, try that again. 3, 6, 9.
Okay. I'm going to trust that you counted that right. 4s. He takes 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds plus the 2 mortals, so he's suffered 11. Is the shooting phase over?
Shooting phase complete.
Okay, now I'm going to do my emergency field repairs.
Okay.
So I'm going to read the rule to you.
Yeah.
Give me just a second here. I'll get some wound markers going. All right, Michael, so I'm going to do emergency field repairs once per turn at the end of any phase. If this unit is more than 3 from all enemy units, you can say that this unit will carry out emergency field repairs. If you do so, pick 1 friendly sky vessel within 3 and roll a dice for each model in this unit. Each of these rolls is called a field repairs roll. For each 4 to 5, you heal a wound. For each 6, you heal 2 wounds. So I'm going to be rolling 9 dice. And then I've got my general, who is a total Chad, and he's going to help me out. Add 1 to field repair rolls made for friendly Endrinrigger units while they're wholly within 12 of this unit. So on a 3 and 4, I heal 1.
Yep.
And on a 5 and 6, I heal 2.
And then how many dice did you roll?
9.
9 dice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's pretty good. So he heals 6, 7, 8, 9 wounds.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
That's why I didn't do it in the hero phase, is because I knew I was going to probably not die in this phase. So he suffered 2, and we can get right into charges.
Charge him with the concussors.
That is a 10. It's very good.
Neither of us are monsters, so we'll get right into Le Combat.
Yep. Before we get into late combat, I'm going to drop my Supremacy Mine. Once per battle, I drop a giant mine on your head.
Do it.
And you suffer that many mortal wounds. You suffer 2 mortal wounds.
Success! I suffer 1.
Okay, nice. Totally worth once per battle. I drop a huge mine on the ground, and it gets smashed by a hammer and flies across the battlefield. And a little bit of shrapnel got in the dragon's eye, but he's fine, because he has another eye.
That's right, they do. They come with 2.
Yeah, and he's a beast. He doesn't care. Okay. Michael, did you all out attack?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to all out defense. I'm assuming you're just to try to pop the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, well, there's nothing in it, so.
Oh yeah, that's right. There is nothing in it. Darn it! I'm going to be hitting you with boarding weapons next
Boarding
turn?
weapons it is.
Oh my gosh.
So these are going to be 2s, mortals and 6s. We're run 2, your minus to save, and your plus to your save.
Yep.
Everybody follow that at home. Okay, take 4 mortals.
Okay, I'll set those aside. Not because I have a ward, just because I want to track damage.
Important. And then take 4 at minus 2.
Okay, I am on a 3-up save before Ren, because I'm -1/+1, so this is 5s. I saved 2, so I take 4 more damage. I've suffered 8 damage so far.
Okay, and then let's do the claws.
Deuces. Nice roll.
Everything hits. It caught me off guard there for a second. And then 3s. 3, 6, 7.
3, 6, 7.
Minus 2.
-2. 5s. Dead.
Got him.
Dead. Yep. That was exactly 20 wounds, guys. Okay, cool. Ironclad goes down.
It only took me 30 wounds to do it.
Yeah. Well, pretty effective turn for the Stormcast Eternals. Let's get on the hero cam and score Michael up. We're back from Michael's turn. Big turn. Got the Ironclad to the wound. Really, really nice. Let's go ahead and... How many points?
4 points.
Okay.
I hold 1, 2, and then I complete my battle tactic. So that is a massive 4 points. And we are getting into a roll-off.
Yes, sir.
For battle round 2.
All right.
You break ties. You break ties.
That's extremely good for me, because this would have been a 1 battle round game had I not won that roll off. So we'll be back for the top of battle round 2. Kharadron Overlords.
We're here top of battle round 2, and we are going to get into Kharadron Overlords round 2.
Yes.
What's your battle tactic?
My battle tactic is going to be eye for an eye.
Sure.
Concussors are very chunky, but I have a bunch of ways to do a bunch of mortal wounds and damage right now. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to heal both of these boats with my Endrin Masters.
Okay.
So my general is going to heal this one for 2, and then the other Endrin Master that's in here on foot is going to heal that one for 3, so they're full health.
Okay.
And we are going to have 2 command points. For my heroic action, I'm going to try to get another one. Okay, I'm going to give that to the Arcanaut Admiral.
Let's see. For my heroic action, let's get a command point. I don't think we need anything else. Command point with Corundus. Yes, command points.
He loves it.
Still at the top of hero. Are you done with all of your top of hero stuff?
Yes.
Okay. Top of hero, I would like to dispel the Everblaze comment with Kron Diddy. He is not +3 He's +3 to cast, not +3 to dispel. So I have to dispel this normally.
Okay.
And I think it's on a 6, so I'm looking for 7 on dice. It stays.
Okay, that's good for me. I'm gonna do Spell in a Bottle.
Sure.
Because I probably won't get another chance to do that. So I brought out my Quicksilver Swords right here. Wholly within 6 of the flagship. That's where the Admiral, or I'm sorry, the Chemist is living right now. And it's gonna go ahead and move 8 inches, and then we'll do some damage. Okay, the Quicksilver Swords have moved here. They flew over the concussors, and we're gonna roll 12 dice.
12 dice, mortals on 5s, no ward saves against these.
Here we go. 3 mortals.
3 mortals.
I'm done. Spell in the Bottle is out, and now it's wild. So we're just gonna take turns moving it. This is gonna be kind of fun. Or Michael can just dispel it if he doesn't want to have any fun.
Oh, I love fun.
So let's get into movement. We'll be right back to show you what I did.
David, you finished your movement phase. Walk us through what you got going on right here.
I moved the Endrinriggers up. I am in range of my own Endless Spell, which is hilarious, but I want to get really close and try to take this objective if I can. The 3 heroes jumped out of their garrison. So I've got my Chemist, my Admiral, and then I've got my Objective Holder, that pretty much is what he's doing. And then I've got my 2 frigates. They flew over and did 6 mortal wounds. Michael shrugged 2 of them, so one of the concussors went down, and then he threw a redeploy of 5 inches. So I've got an 8-inch charge with my boats. And then I've got my general that's just chilling, gonna do some shooting. I can't use his phosphorite bomblets because I'm too far away. It's a 6-inch range. So we're gonna do 2 abilities at the start of the shooting phase. So we'll set up on the 2 heroes that are gonna do it, and I'll talk about what they're gonna do. Okay, so the Admiral right here has a once per battle ability. I can pick a unit that's wholly within 12 of him and give them +1 to rend. It's called Grudge Breaker Rounds. So I'm gonna do that to the Endrinriggers right there. And then the Aether Chemist, at the start of my shooting phase, if he's not embarked, you can pick a unit of Skyfarer's unit that is not embarked and wholly within 12 of this unit, improve the rend characteristic of that unit's missile weapons by 1. So effectively that makes them +2. I'm not gonna be able to do this again because the Admirals is once per battle, but the Chemist can do that once per shooting phase, which is kind of nice. And that's it. So let's go ahead and get set up with shooting, and let's just start with the Endrinriggers when we're looking at them. All right, Michael, we're gonna start with the rapid fire rivet guns. We got 6 of these bad boys. This is gonna be 18 attacks, 3s, 4s, -2/1. I'm gonna do all attack with from the flagship with the command point that I generated. So we did an all-out attack, so we're gonna be on 2s and 4s going into these concussors.
I guess we'll all out defense.
Okay.
Just keep everything and try to keep these guys alive.
Okay, that was not good. So you got 5 at -4.
Okay. So 6s.
Okay, you take 4 damage and you got 6s.
6s again. Okay, so we'll take 3 damage.
Okay. Jeez, these guys are tough as nails. Okay, let's do the grapnel launcher. It's gonna be 3s and 3s. This is also gonna be rend 4. Misses. And then let's do the 2 drill launchers, 3s and 3s. This is rend 5. Okay. Okay, so 2 at rend 5.
Don't have anything for that.
Okay, they're D3 damage. So you take 4 damage.
Here we go. All right, take 4 damage.
The Endrin Master in dirigible suit is going to shoot his Aether Cannon into the same target. It's going to be 3s and 2s. Hits, wounds, -2.
-2, so 4s. Save it.
Okay, and then we've got 6 attacks with the Weapon Suit Battery. This is 3s and 3s. 3 hits, 3 wounds, -1.
So 3s. Kill 2.
Those are single damage.
Saved 1.
Okay. Let's go look at the frigates. All right, Michael, this is 9 attacks, 3s and 3s, -1, 2. Okay, make 4 saves at -1.
3s. Single damage.
2 damage.
From the carbines. Okay.
As much as I hate to do this, I'm going to shoot everything with the other Arcanaut frigate into that one dude.
Yes.
No, I'm not going to do that, actually. I'm going to shoot into the Judicators instead. Okay, so I'm going to split attacks right here. I'm going to shoot the Aether Shot carbines into the concussor, and then I'm going to shoot the heavy Sky Cannon shell into the Judicators. I'm going to use an ability from the Admiral, because I can do a command for free once per turn, and it's called Bring Every Gun to Bear. So I'm going to get 1 extra attack for each of these missile weapon profiles. So let's start with the Aether Shot carbines into the concussor. This is going to be 5 attacks because of the command ability I did, 3s. Make 2 saves at -1.
3s. Save them.
Now we're going to shoot the 3 big shots into the Judicators. Okay, 2 hits, and then 2s. Okay, 2 wounds, -2.
Kill them both.
Okay, that's 4, 5, 9 damage. Okay, let's go do a bunch of charges. Michael, I'm going to try to charge with my general because I'm a crazy person. 7. He's not going to go in because I have other things I want to try to re-roll. I'm going to try to roll the flagship, which is 10 inches away. Let's see if I can get in. That's a 9, not good enough.
Frigate.
The other frigate, I'm going to use my once per battle D3 or 3d6 charge.
Okay.
That's my footnote.
Go for it.
Just to make sure that I get in.
In he goes.
Okay.
Impact hits.
Yep, impact hits. This is 8. 8 ramming dice. 4s.
On 4s.
4 mortal wounds.
That's exactly math. 6s. Take 3.
Okay. And then let's charge the Endrin Riggers. 6. 6 is good. All right, Michael, we're going to go ahead and fight with the Endrin Riggers. I've got 2 Aethermatic Saws and 2 gun butts. We're going to all-out attack right here.
What's your rend on these?
-2.
-2. Okay, let's keep trying.
2, 4.
All out defense. I can make you fail a battle tactic. That would just be the best.
How do I know which one is the leader in this unit?
The leader is that guy.
He's got the big beard?
He's got a bigger beard. That's how you
Big
know
beard.
he's in charge.
All right, Michael, this is 2s and 3s. Okay, 3 at -2.
4s. Kill one.
Okay, that's D3 damage for 2.
Success. Kill him. Okay, he's got 1 wound left.
Got 1 wound left. Uh-oh. 3s and 5s on my gun butt. 1. Nothing. Okay, your turn to fight.
Kill the frigate, right? It's got too many wounds?
Mm-hmm.
How many wounds does it have?
15.
15, and his max output is 12. Mm-hmm. So he can't kill them. So let's just put everything into your into your balloon boys.
Okay.
So the hammers. Hammer! 2 mortal wounds. And 1 wound. We're in 2.
6.
And then the claws. 1 wound. We're in 2.
6. Okay. 8 attacks, 4s and 4s. Make 1 save. Don't roll a 1.
2 up. Saved it.
Okie doke. Well, that was a big failure.
Auto pass morale.
All right. I did take that objective. So let's get on and score it up. All right, we're back for my turn. I literally used every ability I had in my army to kill that unit of fulminators, and I couldn't do it. He has 1 wound left.
1 wound left.
So that's frustrating, but it is what it is. I was able to seize that objective, so I got 2 points. So the score is currently
5 to my 4.
5 to 4. Yeah, and we're gonna get into Michael's turn. Michael, what are you gonna do for your battle tactic, buddy?
Battle tactic, I'm gonna go for, oh, I lost it.
Gaining momentum.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I got stuck on aggressive expansionism, which was so last season. So we're gonna do that. Heroic actions. I'm gonna try and get a command point with Krondus.
Okay.
Nope.
I am going to get a command point. No, let's do a, I have 2 command points. Let's do a heroic recovery on my admiral. I don't know what his bravery is, but it ain't 9, so it's probably 7. Keep going.
Well, he looks that up. Let's do some casting. Battle Mage Gur is going to cast Wild Form on Krondus.
It is 8, bravery 8.
It goes off. Oh, it's 8. So you healed D3?
No, I rolled a 9.
Oh, you rolled
But I
9.
just wanted everyone to know it's an 8.
Brave 8.
Now you know, yeah.
Wild Form on Krondus. He's +2 to charging.
Okay.
Krondus is going to cast for Atavastic Tempest. That goes off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. You don't have. Let's subtract 1 from save rolls from the Ending Riggers.
Okay, so they've got a 5-up base save now.
And then let's bring out the Burning Head.
Okay.
Huh.
Oh yeah, comes out.
So it might be hard to see, but the Burning Head has arrived. It is on the other side of this frigate.
Boom. Okay, what's next?
Let's see. Krondus has done his 2 casts. We've done our cast here. Let's cast for a translocate from the Lord Relictor.
Okay.
So he gets it. Let's see who's in range for this translocate. This is who I want.
Michael has translocated some Sequitors to pressure my back objective. And that's hero phase.
Let's move these predatory endless spells.
All right, let's do it. The Burning Head has flown over the Endrin Riggers and also touched the frigate. It's going to do some mortals now.
On a 2-up, everything within 3 inches suffers D3 mortals. So 2-up on the Endrin Riggers,
Okay.
D3 mortals for 2 mortals. 2-up on the frigate. Nope. Now we shall move the swords.
Okay.
Hiya!
Over the Endrin Riggers.
Mortals on the Endrin Riggers. It's mortals on 5-ups. I did 0 mortals.
Okay.
Sweet.
That's it for hero phase. Let's get into movement, Michael. Michael, we're back from your movement phase. Tell me what you did. Sequitors?
Sequitors, these are Sequitors that translocated. They're looking at a cheeky 9-inch charge there on the Endin Master, perhaps?
Yes.
Now we have Krondus. He's staring at all of these Endin Riggers. That's our battle tactic. And then we have some Sequitors who are going to try and charge on the boat. And the Lord Relictor wants to use his Tusk Helm to make some mortals on his charges, so he might go in as well.
Very nice. And then there's only 3 Judicators left, and the reason why is because Michael rolled a 6 on Bravery after he auto-passed the Concussors, so he lost 3 more dudes.
Right.
And then the Battle Mage is just standing in the middle of his objective.
Bravely.
Being awesome. So that's it. Let's go ahead and get into shooting.
So we have 3 Judicators at some Endin Riggers. 3s and 3s. 1 mortal.
Okay.
And 2 wounds. -1.
6s. Okay. Do 3 damage.
The Concussor is going to do his 1 shot into the Endin Riggers.
Fire breath.
Nothing. Krondus is actually going to do his 1 shot into the Admiral, who's hanging out by himself.
Okay.
Hiya! Take a mortal.
Okay. He's got 2 wounds left. He's 6 wounded because he's an admiral.
Charging. Going in with Krondus.
In.
Inches. Charging with Sequitors. 4?
4 is
Maybe?
maybe good. I think you're pretty close to me.
Yes, I am within 4.
Okay. Moving him in.
The Relictor is going to do a charge. And remember, he has the Tusk Helm.
Nice.
Let's get in it. We rolled a 10.
Okay. The Relictor has finished his Tusk Helm charge. He's going to do mortals on 4s on 10 dice.
Hup.
3 mortals.
Only 3 mortals.
Okay. That's 2 dead guys.
Looking for the cheeky 9-inch charge. No. No, I'm not going to re-roll it.
Okay. Let's get set up for monstrous actions.
Okay, let's just roar the end riggers. They're roared.
Okay, sounds good. Go ahead and fight.
Top of combat, we're going to empower our weapons on the sequitors on the other side.
Okay.
Clearly we open up with Krondus. This is Ren 2, all of this punches. So let's all out attack with our last command point. Let's put all of the Calamitous Tails and the... Oh, let's put everything... I have no other choice. We put everything into them.
Okay,
That's all
everything into the End Riggers, got it?
Yep. So let's just do Drakelord Talons and Calamitous Tails together. They're the same profile.
2 hit.
I was like, did I take up a 2 or 1?
They're dead.
All right, 6 damage.
Just enough. Okay. I shall fight with my boarding weapons. We're gonna see if we can kill that concussor. We got 8 attacks. All out attack. This is gonna be 3s and 4s. Make 3 saves.
3 3-ups.
There you go. All right, and now you can fight with everything into the frigate.
The Relictor. 4 attacks. 3's 3s, Ren 1, 2 damage. There's 3.
Failed 1. That's 2 damage.
So it's damage.
Okay, it's got 13 left.
Let's go with the Concussor. 1 hit. No wounds. And then the claws from the Concussor. 2 hits. 2 wounds, Ren 2.
Saved him.
And then let's... So we only have 4 attacks with the Great Mace. We have 2 Great Maces in back by accident.
I did that in my last turn.
Just like...
That's why your concussor is still alive.
Like, oh, dang
Highlands are hard. Okay.
So we have 3 attacks with the Great Mace from the Sergeant. Exploding 6s. 1 explosion.
Okay.
1 wound. -1.
Saved it.
You're rolling good saves right now, though. And then just the little maces. No explosions. -1.
I fail 2.
Single damage.
Okay, so I take 4 damage total.
And that is it. No battle shock. Let's get on a hero scored up.
All right. All right, we're back from Michael's turn. It was a good one. Michael, how many points did you score?
5 points. So I hold 1, 2, completed my battle tactic. I get a bonus point for having this one with a Galatian champion.
Mm-hmm.
It's 5 points.
Beautiful. So the score is 5-9.
Yes.
And we're getting into a roll-off. I break ties.
Yeah.
Okay. I need this one, man. I want to show off the new army, but geez.
Only 2.
Jeez. Okay, so we'll be back for the top of Battle Round 3, Kharadron Overlords.
We're here, top of Battle Round 3, Kharadron Overlords, still in it to win it. David, what's your battle tactic?
My battle tactic is going to be to embark 3 units into a ship.
Sure.
And it's sketchy.
Yeah.
Because the way I want to do it is I want to run up to the ship and get in. Because if I move the ship over to them and then get in, I'll complete my battle tactic. But then I won't get to move 16 inches across the battlefield to go wreak havoc.
Sure.
So I'm trying to run over to that ship, get in, move, run, charge, get out, fight with everybody, or I'm going to fail one of my runs and it's going to be the worst day in the world.
Right.
So I'm going to have to waste a command point to make sure that doesn't happen. We did some careful measuring, but we are going to get into my turn. So I'm going to embark 3 units. If anybody cares, I'll tell you what it's called.
It's called Get Out of Dodge.
It's called Get in the Boat.
Get in the boat.
Get to the boat. Mobilize the fleet. I can't pick this tactic in the first battle round. Pick 3 units on the battlefield that are not embarked. And at the end of the turn, if they're embarked, then you're good. So I can't charge into you and jump out.
Excellent.
Because if I charge into you and jump out, then I'm not embarked anymore.
You will fail your battle tactic.
Yes, so that's a thing. Anyway, let's go ahead and get going with some hero phase stuff.
Heroic actions. What do you want?
I'm going to try to get a command point. I will.
Krondus, you goofy bastard, get a command point. He gets it.
Okay.
He's going to immediately spend it to rally Judicators.
Okay.
7 Judicators. We rallied 2 of those bad boys.
Very nice. Now you got 5 Judicators. Okay, are you going to try to dispel some endless spells?
I am, thank you.
Okay.
Let's go. So Krondus is going to try and get rid of Everblaze Comment.
Okay.
7 is good.
Okay.
And then the Battle Mage is going to try and get rid of the Quicksilver Swords. 4 is not good. So you get to wreak some havoc with those Quicksilver Swords.
Yes, I'm going to move the Quicksilver Swords. I've been waiting to do this. I'm just going to go boop and put it on the other side there. And then we're going to finish that concussor off once and for all.
I mean, it is possible to not roll any 5s like I did.
That's true.
It's possible.
And I've been rolling pretty hot today, guys. Let me tell you. Okay.
Let's do it.
He be dead.
He be
took
dead.
4 mortal wounds.
2, 3, 6. Explosions back at your boat. No mortals back to you.
All right. That is the end of the hero phase. Let's go ahead and get into movement, and we'll be right back to show you what I did.
David, you've completed your movement phase. Walk us through what you got going on.
I embarked into the boat, and then I moved over here within 5 of the Sequitors, and Michael redeployed 4. The reason I moved within 5 instead of within 3 is because I want to be able to shoot at the Lord Relictor and the Sequitors that are on the other side of the battlefield. And then I moved my Endrin Master in dirigible suit within 6 inches so he can use his special shooting attack. And then I just stayed in to keep plugging away at some stuff with the other frigate. So that's where we're at. We're going to go ahead and get set up for shooting. Okay, the Arcanaut Admiral is going to tell his flagship to bring all guns to bear, and we're going to shoot everything into the Lord Relictor.
Okay, let's go. Let's stay strong with the Lord Relictor.
Stay strong.
Stay strong. That means I'm not
He's
all
putting his, he's just raising his banner high, just yelling like a maniac. You can't kill me! This is going to be 11 attacks, 3 threes, -1 red.
Did you take away your minus
4 threes, -1 red. Okay, make 6 saves, -1.
4s? Uh-oh, that's 6 damage, right?
That's 8 damage because there was a 3 in there.
There we go. 2, 4, 6, 8. So he took 6, he has 6 wounds. You got him.
Okay, cool. Flagship
1, 2,
for the win.
3, 4, 5, 6. 6 explosions back to your frigate. 1 mortal to the frigate.
Okay.
And that's why I didn't all-out defense him. I was like, he's gonna die.
Yeah, I got the tools. Okay, the other frigate is going to shoot into the Sequitors.
Okay, this is where we'll all-out defense, I suppose.
Let's do an all-out attack on this one. This is going to be 2s.
Doses.
And then 3s. Okay, 4 at -1.
4s. Okay.
That's 4 damage.
6s. 2 guys go down. Explosions back to you. Take 2 mortals.
Okay. All right, and then lastly, my general is going to do phosphorite bomblets. I just roll a dice, and every 2 up is a mortal wound until I fail. Let's read to see if you shrug it also, real quick. Once per battle in your shooting phase, you can pick 1 enemy unit within 6 inches of barrel roll a dice. On a 2-up, that unit suffers a mortal wound, and you can roll another dice. Keep rolling this way until the target is destroyed or you roll a 1. So even if you shrug it, I get to roll another dice.
Cool.
Okay. Here we go. 1 mortal wound.
6.
2 mortal wounds. 3 mortal wounds. 4 mortal wounds. 5 mortal wounds. 6 mortal wounds.
Unit is dead.
Dead unit.
2 explosions back to you. Nothing.
Okay. Michael,
Yeah, it's combat time.
not combat time. He also has regular missile weapons. So, hold on just a second.
Would he have declared that at the same time as everything else?
No, because it just says in your shooting phase.
Okay.
It's an artifact. You can't see the Endrin Master in the suit because he is hiding next to the ship. So I am just going to shoot with him, and you can look at the beautiful adjudicators while I do so.
Just imagine him in your mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
One shot with the Aether Cannon. It hits. 2 to wound. It wounds. It's a -2 rend.
Failed.
Okay. 2 damage.
Okay. I just got this guy back.
I know. He's like, man. Just going back to the sideline.
Yeah.
3s and 3s. These are -1 rend, 1 damage. 3 of them.
Okay. So those 2 guys I got, they go away. And then we take another wound.
Okay. Now we can charge.
Now
Let's go look at the frigate. Frigate's got a 9-inch charge. I don't get in. I'm not going to re-roll.
Splendid.
Okay, let's get into combat. Michael, stop thinking about how you're going to stomp my boat just because you can, and just hurry up and roar me so I can't all-out defense.
Okay, roaring.
Okay, that's the right call, guys.
That was always the right
All right, I'm gonna activate the boat first. And I might as well just go in and swing at you
Yeah.
with my with my attacks.
Yeah.
I have less boarding weapons now because I'm damaged.
Oh, he brackets his terrible weapons?
It's the only thing that brackets.
That's so dumb.
It's the only thing that brackets. The move doesn't bracket either.
Sure. They were like, what if it had terrible attacks in combat and those got worse?
Okay. You know what's sad, Michael, is I've been rolling 8 boarding weapon attacks with this guy. He only gets 6. He has 6 attacks, 4s, 4s.
So you've been cheating the whole time?
Yeah, I've been cheating the whole time. That's why I'm really crushing in this game, okay? This should be 3s and 4s. Or I'm sorry, 4s and 4s. I wish it was 3s and 4s. Okay, make a save. With a 6, like a G. Okay,
Like
see if you can blow up my boat.
All right, all out attacking.
Okay?
So we'll do the Calamitous Tail and the Drake Lord's Talons at the same time since they're the same profile.
Okay?
So we have 4 attacks here. 2s and 3s. So 3 at -2.
I failed all of them.
2 damage piece.
Okay, I've suffered 13. He's not dead yet.
And then let's go 4 attacks with the Apex Maw. 2s and 2s. Here we go. Doses. Oh, I dropped 2 of them. Doses. So 2 more at -2.
Oh, that was a good roar, Michael, because I need 2 5-ups right here. He's dead. Okay. Because I take 2, 15 damage, yeah. All right, well, darn it. Let's get on the hero cam and score it up. Welcome back from my turn. I completed my battle tactic and hold 1 objective because Michael was able to kill the frigate. I was banking on the frigate not dying.
Right.
Unfortunately, Krondus just has really good damage output. And also you splashed about 4 mortal wounds back at me while I was killing stuff around the frigate. It was good to use the phosphorite bomblets ability. That was fun. We kept rolling off camera and I rolled 29 mortals before I rolled a 1, which was hilarious because I could have killed Krondus, but you can never bank on something like that. So what are you going to do for your battle tactic?
We're just going to eye for an eye. There's a bunch of half-strength things on the table, so we should kill something. And then for heroic actions, I'm actually going to Finest Hour, Krondus, so that I can get him up to wounded on 2s. Let's go ahead and do your heroic actions.
I am going to attempt to heroically recover my Admiral. He's Brave 8, he's good. He's gonna heal 3, so he'll have suffered 2.
Let's bring down the Everblaze Comet.
Okay.
So 5 plus 3 is enough.
Yep. And you can just put it, boop, and we'll hit my whole army. Okay, let's roll for the frigate.
Frigate. D3 mortals, 1 mortal.
Okay.
Guys inside of it.
Let's do the Admiral first. D3 for 3. Okay, he's back up to 5 suffered.
Good thing you just healed that guy.
Yeah, good thing.
Who's next?
Let's do the Chemist. 1 or D3?
D3.
2.
2.
Okay.
And then the Endin Master.
Yep.
D6. D6 means 1.
It always means 1. Okay.
And then we have the
Endrin Master in suit.
That's your guy. D3 for 1. Cool. Let's do Atavastic Tempest.
Okay.
From Krondus.
Goes off.
Goes off. And then let's throw a -1 to save on the boat.
Okay.
He's not going to be really in range to do much of anything, so he's going to stand perfectly still.
Okay.
So we can just go ahead and move this.
Okay, before you move it, let's measure and see if you're within 8. Okay, the Quicksilver Swords have moved over the Endrin Master in dirigible suit, and we're gonna see if he explodes right now. He's got 7 wounds, I believe.
And he suffered 2?
Yeah, so if you do 5 here, I think he's gone. He's got 8 wounds.
So we have 3, 4. That's pretty much average.
Okay, he suffered 6. He's got 2 wounds left. He's not long for this world.
Okay, that is it. We're gonna do a quick movement. I'll show you what we did.
Michael, you're back from your movement phase. Tell me what you did, starting with the Sequitors.
Sequitors moved. They're 5 inches. They're 4 inches away from the frigate. Krondus moved so that he was still on the point, and then 3 inches away from the frigate and your general. But then you redeploy 3 inches away, so I don't get to fight both. And then my remaining 3 Sequitors walked up. They're not far enough on the point, but they are going to try and shoot this general who has 2 wounds remaining.
Yes.
The battle mage is hanging out.
Michael, I gotta say, I want to comment on this. How often do we end up with the battle mage standing in the middle of our home objective? Like every game, right?
Yeah.
He basically casts wild form 2 or 3 times, and that's exactly what he does in every single game.
This might be the last game we play with him before he gets shelved for all eternity.
Yep, so let's go ahead and get lined up for some shooting. All right, who's shooting?
Let's shoot with the adjudicators.
Okay.
Okay, we have 7 shots here.
Okay.
You want all out defense or anything?
Nope.
Okay, here we go. Hup.
He's dead.
There's 2 mortals.
Okay. No, I need to keep my frigate alive. It has 3 other heroes in it.
Battle tactic complete.
So Michael is lining up Krondus to shoot into the frigate. In Barrack Zilfin, frigates are battle line, and all my heroes are inside of it, so they're within 1 inch. So he can't shoot at them, so he has to just shoot at the frigate.
Yep.
Okay, D3.
Take 3.
I'm gonna roll ward saves, even though I have none. Yep, saved them all. Okay, he's gonna take 3 wounds.
We're going to charge with Sequitors just in case of an Unleash Hell. 10.
10? Okay, I am going to unleash hell.
Go nuts.
Okay, 4s and 3s on the unleash hell. And 3s. Make 2 saves at -1.
5s. Save 1, failed 1.
2 damage.
6s. You got a guy.
He explodes.
He explodes. Nothing.
Okay.
Cron Daddy's going in. Oop. 7.
He's good. Monstrous actions. I don't have any command points.
Okay. Can I stomp something that's in the boat?
I don't see why not.
That would be hilarious.
Stomp the Admiral. He's got 1 wound left. Or stomp the Aether Chemist. He's got 1 wound left.
Admiral.
Admiral? Okay, Admiral getting stomped.
Yeah. Hoop, hoop. Oh, I failed it.
Okay.
And then let's go ahead and swing. Let's empower shields with the Sequitors just in case.
Okay.
We actually want them alive. And then let's go ahead and activate everything with Krondus.
Okay.
He'll do his 1 all-out attack right now. 3 things inside, so we have 4 attacks with the Calamitous Tail. And we have 3 attacks with the Drakelord's Talons. How many wounds are remaining on the boat?
11.
11 wounds left on the boat. So let's just put everything in the boat and make sure it dies.
Cool.
Because it's -1 to its save. I'm Ren 2, so this
I'll be on 6s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6-up saves for all this damage.
And these are 2s and 2s. Because we are finest houred, because we want him to be wounded on 2s right now. Okay, so 4.
I take 6 damage.
6 damage. And then these are the Drakelord's Talons. or the Apex Maw, excuse me. So 3 at -2.
I save 2, take 6 damage.
6 more damage.
So we're dead. Now we're gonna roll 3 dice. None of the guys die, and they're gonna jump out of the boat.
Okay.
I gotta read the rule real quick to figure out what I gotta do with these guys. It's right here. If a friendly transport vessel is destroyed, before removing it from play, roll a number of dice, I already did, for each one model slain. Then all units embarked in that transport vessel must immediately disembark before it's removed from play. When the unit disembarks, if a model cannot be set up wholly within 3 of the transport vessel in which it is embarked, and more than 3 from all enemy units, it's slain. So I don't think I can get out of combat. My ship is gone, Michael. I jumped out. We realized that I have to be more than 3 from enemy units when I jump out, and I was smashed up against impassable terrain, and he had me encrusted with sequitors. I was very lucky in that I could get these 3 heroes right here. It's legit like just barely over 3 inches on either side. So that's something to watch out for if you're playing Kharadron Overlords. And Michael is going to decide not to pile in because he's only going to get 1 crappy mason. The great maces are 1-inch range and he's 5 inches away. So he's just going to stay right there. And I will call that a crushing turn for the Stormcast Eternals.
Yeah.
And we'll get on the hero cam and score it up. Welcome back. We're here for the wrap-up. We decided to call it a game. Michael won the roll-off for Battle Round 4 and was able to completely table the new Kharadron Overlords army. We gave him 18 points for 6 points per battle round, turn 3, 4, 5. He was sitting at 9, bringing him to 27, and then he completed his grand strat, which was take what's theirs. So the final score was 30-9.
Yes.
I feel pretty good with how I played the first game. This is a tricky army. It's a very tricky army.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're going to get into the wrap-up. If you're still with us at this point, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you guys so much. Comment down below how you felt about this game. Are you happy with how the Stormcast did? Are you furious with how the Kharadron's Overlords did? Tell us. We want to know.
Yep.
So, David, MVPs, LVPs?
I'm going to give MVP to my flagship. It just does so much.
Flagship was fine.
I had a lot of fun with the flagship. I like being able to use extra commands with the Admiral, and I like to be able to zip around the board at 16 inches, fly over stuff, do bombing runs. Really fun. I'm going to give LVP to the spell in a bottle.
Yeah.
That was a bad idea to take a predatory endless spell.
Yeah, it did
that I can't control anymore.
It did more damage to you than to me.
Yeah, so this army is not as oppressive with the shooting as I thought it would be, especially into an armored army like Stormcast Eternals. I struggled to put through any damage for the whole game.
Right.
Yeah, I was able to lift screens okay. I did a couple like gimmicky things where I lifted some units, but the fact that it took me 3 turns to kill a unit of concussors was kind of the nail in the coffin. Also, just looking at list composition, trying to figure out how to maximize damage and maximize points with this army is going to be tricky. I'd really like to hear from some of you that play this army that have had some success with it, what some different lists and tactics are that you would take. Very fun army though. I had a blast. I've got a lot of other stuff that I need to base so we can try a couple different lists. It's going to be a lot of fun. And Michael, let's talk about good old Stormcast Eternals, man. How did you like the list?
It's a fine list. It operates in all the phases. It can reliably put out about 30 damage every turn, which is what you need it to do so you can fight things like Argents and things like that.
Yep.
Krondus really helps the list because he fights moderately well, he casts moderately well, and then he can bring down the Everblaze Comet, which does a bunch of mortals.
Yeah, especially into my army when you literally hit my entire army with it.
Sure.
Because everything is in the boats.
Yeah, I definitely didn't consider that. I was just like, yeah, the Everblaze Comet is good. And then we rolled up today and we were like, oh Lord.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's just a lot of mortal wounds. I have no ward saves, and I have no magic protection.
Right.
There are very little things in this book that will help you ignore magic. One is an artifact where you can auto-unbind 1 spell once per battle, and you have to give that to an Etheric Navigator because he's the only hero in the book that can unbind.
Yeah.
So that's That's rough, going into an army that does so much damage with the magic. Definitely some things to think about as to how to build this army up to be a little bit more competitive. So yeah, but I absolutely love it.
Yeah, I think the coolest moment that I saw with, from your side is when you healed 10 wounds.
Yeah, the Endrinriggers,
that was cool.
The Endrinriggers healed the Ironclad back to 2 wounds suffered, but then Michael still did 19 damage and killed it.
Yeah, so it's like...
I also like the Phosphorite Bomblets. That was really fun to just roll that dice over and over and over again.
Oh, and just kill the whole unit?
Yeah, killed a whole unit, so that was fun. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff in this list. It just doesn't fit together quite right, so I'm going to take a look at a couple different lists and see what I can bring next time.
Cool, that sounds really good. Guys, I think that is it for us today. Thank you so much for joining us. See you next week.
See you next time.